dance and fly. The shimmer awakes the sky. The aurora enchanted glow. Satellite, the artistic flow. The wind spirit knows that the art now flows, colorful like foxfires, full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. Full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. Fox runs through dark nights, its fiery tail ignites the lights, green and violet, gold and blue, painting frozen skies anew. The sky a canvas of infinity, all colors spark with affinity. The tail a brush of creativity, paints a rainbow made of snow. The undulate races and gleams like living colors born from dreams, and the colors dance and fly. The shimmer awakes the sky, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. The wind spirit knows that the art now flows, colorful like foxfires, full of the soul's desires. The foxtail paints the snow, the aurora enchanted glow, satellite, the artistic flow. Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Fox Den. Let me see. Make sure I'm in camera. I mostly am. Yes. How is everyone doing? Oh, we got 14 people already. Thank you everyone for being here. Let me see. Who's here? Am I in the right chat? Yes, I'm in live chat. Oh, hello, Gail. Hi, Janet, my darling. Hello, Mimi. Hi, Char. Let me see who else is here. Hello, Anne. Who else is here? Oh, Cookie. Hello, Cookie Monster. I think I said hello to everyone. So today we will continue this page. I am going to throw everything under the sink at it today because I have done only watercolors. And we did notice it doesn't react too well because we get these weird dots if we get like a really wet wash. So I'm thinking this is the Chinese watercolors and I want to try them up. I want to see what happens. Also, I have gouache. I want to try gouache and I want to try my watercolor pencils. These are the Stadler ones, but we can even try some, what is it called? Ink tints. Ooh, there's a piece of the seam here. Hello, View. Hi, Boo. How are you doing? I got my water up here. And I don't know what I should do first. I'm thinking I might actually make a line. Let me see. This is my mechanical pencil. View said, I'm good watching you in coloring for a minute. Alright. Color away. That's always fun. I think I will continue this line here that they did not finish, but I might. I need a larger ruler. I'm thinking maybe I want let's see. I think it was you, View, that colored in this book and you told me that it didn't work for you, right? That you said it didn't work? I think it was you. But I could be wrong because my memory's like a sieve. And I'm doing this just so I know up until where, because I want to make a sky. The reference image has no sky. But I want to. I want to see if this paper can handle. And most importantly, I want to see how these Chinese watercolors behave here, because I know they are ground much thicker than other watercolors. Let me see. What color do I want? Let me see if I can put everything I want on screen. May not happen, but we'll try. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And I have, what do I have? I have just the lid here of this thingy that I'm going to use as a palette. Oh, that was not you, View. Okay. Oh, I remember who it was. She even commented on my last stream, I think, or in my last haul video. It was Pauline. Annika made me buy it. Yes, well, definitely the same here. Annika made me buy them. But I actually liked them a lot. But, well, in Annika's defense, I had already bought the other version of these. It's a real version. I mean, not that these aren't real, but it's the full version of it in full, really large kuretake kind of pens. Jeanette said, I have had an easy win today. Alcohol markers on a mandala with a few pencil shadows. You know, Jeanette, you inspired me. I started to use alcohol markers. I even have them here. My green ones, because on my page for Wendy's collab, the greenery and the grass, I am doing them in alcohol markers because you inspired me to do that. I will show you all what I mean when I say the other ones. I used Google Translator to discover what they were. I knew they were seasonal, but it didn't look like it just said winter, and it actually doesn't. It says late winter snow, midsummer cloud, and I wrote down kingfisher because there is this one. I kept thinking that this one was no, that this one was summer. There's lid here, but this is actually not. It's late autumn leaves, midsummer clouds, early spring garden, and late winter snow. I will show you what they are. And they are like this. They're very much like Genzai Tambi kind of paint. They have their name here on the back. Obviously, it's Chinese, but they come with a sheet inside with the name, and my boyfriend found a translated in Google Translator for me. Yes, and they come in this such a nice little boxes. I like them better than the boxes from Kuretake. I have the 100 color wooden set by Kuretake, but they don't have a lid. And I really don't like the fact that they have to be stacked. And I like these. These remind me of my old pencil sets. I had a pencil case that was exactly like this. And they come individually wrapped in plastic. Each one, you have to unwrap all of them, which is good, just so, no dust, nothing catches on them. And I like that they have a really muted palette. They remind me a little bit of the Art Nouveau set by Genzai Tambi without the kind of a risk of being too glossy, like sometimes Genzai Tambi do if they use the master. This is early spring. One thing though is this set here does not contain white, which is a bit like nah for me. This is a very light gray, warm gray. This is a beautiful sage kind of, dusty sage kind of color. I love these colors. This is late autumn. I love all of these colors. I like them all. I just wish there was a white and a black, which it doesn't. This one is not black. It's a purple. I thought it was black, and then when I wetted, I realized they were not. The internet, exactly. I even had my old pencil case. This one was my old pencil case. But nowadays, I put the powder of my what is it called? My Neocolor 2s, my shavings. Because I do sharpen them. Sometimes I do want to use them to get some nooks and crannies. I really like coloring crayons sometimes. I just love it. So I do sharpen them, but I don't want to waste it. So I put a little bit of water, isopropyl alcohol, sometimes a little bit of a watercolor binder, which is gum arabic, and a drop of honey. And I keep them here. Oh yes, Gail, it's true. But the thing is, these are not really watercolors, right? These are Chinese pigment paints. And they are meant to be opaque. That's why they don't behave the same. And Chinese pigment paints always come with white. As you can see here, they do come with whites. White, light gray, dark gray, and black. And they do not come in this order. I'm the one who messed around and changed the order. They come in a kind of like, let me see if I can lift to show you. The ones who have it probably know this. This is a paper, like a full-on double-sided tape paper, and that's how it comes to. So let's get started, because I've been babbling and babbling. Yeah, I like them too, and because they're so opaque. Well, Jeanette, if you want to get those, these tiny ones, they are really, really cheap. And I just sent a set to Chris, at Auntie Chris, and I sent her Happy Mail. And I don't know, it was so cheap. It cost me like maybe $1 with tax, maybe. It was less than $1 actually. So it was on Temu though that I bought it because mine I bought on AliExpress, but for some reason, the AliExpress link I found delivers to everywhere in the world, but not in the United States. So I had to find a seller on Temu. I will use this one, and let's hope that it behaves well enough. I'm not going super wet, but I'm also not being too stingy on the water here. I definitely don't want to be too conservative because I am putting this page through its paces. If it doesn't turn out great, oh well, so be it. It's life. And this brush is just a cheap nail brush, nail art brush. Oh, hello, Devon. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Fox Den. And I mean, that was how much it cost to send to the United States. I don't know. I imagine in the UK it's not going to be that cheap, but it's probably going to be like maybe £5. I don't know. Gail, you bought them, so you tell us how much did you pay for it? 'Cause you're in the UK too, are you not? Or did you buy them when you were in Scotland? Well, technically, Scotland is also part of the UK, so I imagine they are at least similarly priced. Although I do know that shipping is more expensive. Oops, no. Okay, maybe I should not be using this brush. At least not too close to the petals of the flowers. Try not to mess it up. And I keep messing it up. I'm also tempted to change the colors because I followed this, but they are like I don't know, these leaves are pink, and I don't love this. I don't love the fact that the leaves are pink. Gail said, I got the big 150 set for 11 quid on Timo. Yes. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive, I think. And please, oh no, I was going to say that you're going to have taxes now, but it's just Ireland apparently, or the European Union or something. I know that is now like a €2 flat rate for people that buy on Temu, and I think AliExpress too. I'm not completely sure. About this set, Devon asked, "What set are we talking about?" Uh, this one here, this tiny one. View said, "Hey Devon, I'm sorry my video ended right when you came in. I hate when that happens." Devon say, "Hey View, no problem, won't take it personally." I usually catch View really at the end of her stream most of the time. So usually she's just wrapping up when I pop in most times. Oh, hello, Chris. because I'm sick of flipping those things over. Trying to organize pen pastels. I like how you have them. Ooh, I need to see that because I still haven't figured out a good way to use my pen pastels. I'm going to put my watercolor right here on top so you can see a little bit what I'm doing. Hi, Chris. How are you today, darling? Did you take a good nap? I haven't been watching any streams for the past 2 days because I had my nibblings. They're actually my bear's nibblings, but you know we've been together for 6 years and they call me aunt already, so I guess they are my nibblings now, and they're lovely. They're so nice, and they're so smart too. Hi Vera, welcome to the Fox Den. We'll be lurking and coloring a bit. Tired? Oh yes. Lurk away, Vera, and wish you great, happy, joyful coloring. Feel free to have us in the backdrop just chatting away. Your company is always appreciated, Vera, and is I'm really happy to know you're there. So thank you for popping in to say hi, but feel free to lurk away just fine. Oh, hello, Kim. Welcome to the Fox Den. How are you? What is everyone up to today? We know Vera is going to lurk and color for a bit, and we know View is coloring for a bit as well. What is everyone else up to? I'm glad my stream ends at 6 because I think there will be a World Cup game. And 6 is obviously my time, but I think there will be a World Cup game today. And then we know YouTube servers starts giving us the Wheel of Doom and buffering and staggering because of those darn games. So I just hope Annika doesn't get too much issue with YouTube. Oh, no. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad, Kim. Kim said she's doing better today than in a while. It was cool enough and air was clean enough to go out with the dog. Oh, that's awesome. Devon said she's working on finishing up a collage. Oh yes, Devon has been will be watching the bronze medal match. Oh, my boyfriend probably will be too. I'm not sure because we do have a birthday to attend, which is exactly at 6. I did tell my friend that I was going to arrive a little bit late because I do not want to change my stream and end earlier than usual. I really don't. I'm trying to make most people understand that this is a thing I do, and for most times it will be non-negotiable unless it's the wedding event thing, stuff like that. But for most regular events, they will have to cope with me not being there on that particular time because this is an appointment, this is an event for me, is where I get to hang out with my friends, my coloring friends. Yes, I will keep an eye on chat, but I definitely will not be 100% in it. but I will try to be there as much as possible. Although, considering Annika has been doing a bit of a longer stream lately, if she continues this day, I'll probably be there by the end of it. But this weekend has been a bit brutal. The end of the week and the week have been a bit brutal because I got nibblings on Tuesday, no, Thursday, and and then yesterday we went on a picnic with her and the dogs to the dog park. Well, it's actually just the park. It's not a dog park per se. It's just the park. There where the cappies live. Yes, Gail. I will have to go to a birthday party. So I will be keeping an eye on chat, but on and off. And I did warn my friend that I was not going to cancel my stream or to end early, nothing like that. So I will be there later than the actual time. Although, to be fair, in Brazil, it's very rare that if you set up something like 6 p.m., people will show up at 6 p.m. Most times, if you do, that's actually a bit rude, kind of the way the French do. Gail said, "These people need to stop having birthdays." I agree. I agree. Especially because the real birthday was actually 4 days ago. So, and I know he's doing this because most people are free on Saturdays, including himself. But honestly, I'm not too worried, especially considering that I know he works today, my friend. So Devin said Nibbles is such a cute term. I have never heard that before. I claim nothing of the sort. Who created was actually Amy at Amy Ward Art. She calls her nephews and nieces nibblings, and I completely stole the term unabashedly because it's much better than having to keep saying nephews and nieces all the time. And I really like the term. It's such a cute way of calling them, despite the fact that my nibblings are not really small. They they are teenage girls. I mean, like I said, they are officially my boyfriend's nibblings, but oh well. Oh, Devon said, Lucy, I tried to tip you told me about spraying with Spectrafix with paper vertical and worked well. Yes, to me it had worked well too. Thank you for the tip. You're most welcome. But FYI, Chris, you asked what she was fixing. Spectrafix works for color pencils as well. For pastels, chalk pastels, soft pastels, depending on where you are, how it's called, and for coloring pencils as well. Mostly any dry media will work. Spectrafix will work. Spectrafix is a fixative that is based on casein, which is the milk protein, I think. And it was created, well, not created, but was popularized in the 18th century, I think, by Degas. It was either 18 or 19, I never know. And it's a really common way. It was back then a common way to use as a fixative for watercolors, for charcoal, and I think that also for it was something else that they used it for, which I do not recall. But back then, oh yes, for tempera, it was used to help fixate tempera, which used to be made with egg. I don't never know if it's egg yolks or egg whites. Jeanette said my sons call them niblets, almost the same. Yes, very similar. I don't think nibbling is a common term in Canada. I have never heard until I heard Amy from Amy Wardart. She is from based in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and that's where I heard the term. I didn't even know what it meant. I had to go ask Nessa, and Nessa is from Canada, but she said that's how Amy calls her nibblings, her nephews and nieces. But I really don't know if she's the one that came up with it or she learned this somewhere. I do know that she's a gamer, so maybe she picked that up in the gaming community. I'm not sure. Um, Devon, no, wait, I lost something. Oh yes, Chris said I've had Spectra fixed in my Amazon shopping list for 5 years, and I cannot remember why I saved it. Well, now you know. Kim said she says I say knifelings. Is that how you say it? Knifelings. Devon said Spectrafist is nice because it's not smelly, so you can use it indoors. Exactly. It is also, proved safe to use indoors and is not like a can in a pressurized can. So it also has no pressurizer gases. Oh, Kim said it's Nieflings. Oh, Nieflings. I've had for a while. I was having trouble with bigger droplets. Yes, spraying with my page vertically really helped. And again, I'm not claiming credit for that one. I learned that from Lisa at Lacquer Fine Art. She is the artist that has her paintings on all of the tins. Derwent's Inktense tins. That's Lisa, Lacquer Fine Art. She's on YouTube. She's an art teacher and an artist, and she's the first person I heard talking about Spectrafix. And then in my let's trip to United States, I bought myself the concentrate version, and I put in one of these. It's not this one in particular. This is just water, but it's one of these kind of sprays. I think they call them Mister Atomizer or something like that. And you can buy Spectrafix already on their own Mister, but because it would be a bit of a issue to bring it, because their Mister is like this big, it's really big. I think even a bit bigger than this. So I just bought the concentrate version, which is the you need to dilute it with 40 at least 40% zero-based alcohol or vodka, and put it on a mister. That's how you use the concentrate version. I do think it's best if you can to just buy the ready to use version, but because the concentrate was much smaller, I thought it would be less trouble to pass them through customs and stuff. Even though I did dispatch them in my luggage, I was worried about volume and weight, size. That's why I ended up getting the concentrate version. Devon said I propped up the page in my bathtub with paper backdrop. Yes, I have an easel, so I put mine an easel with a larger, cheaper sheet of paper behind, and that's how I do it. But I haven't done it in a long time because I usually only use for chalk pastels. I never felt the need to use in other things, but I do know that they work in charcoal pieces and other things. Oh, by the way, Chris, I'm using the Chinese paints because you said you hadn't played with them yet and you didn't want to be like irritated by the way they behave and stuff. So here it is. I'm even trying them because this is allegedly watercolor paper. I'm even trying with a non-water brush, regular brush. I do not know if it changes anything or not in terms of how this paper will behave, but because I had already tested watercolor, regular watercolor, in the last stream, I'm throwing everything under the sink at this. I want to see how it will behave. And I want to also test my. I already mentioned this before, but for those that arrive later, I will try to use my watercolor pencils here in some gouache just to test the paper, see what the paper does with it. And Devon said, "I bought my Spectrafix and I missed it." Yes, I do know that nowadays they sell like maybe half a gallon. I think, or it was I think 1.5 liters. So I'm guessing around half a gallon. So you can buy them like that and then refill your mister. You don't have to every time buy a different mister. They give you tons of options in that regard. They have other fixatives. I never tried the others, but I did read a few reviews about their other ones. They have one called Degas, I think. And the whole spiel of their company is that their stuff is meant to be used indoors, not have also smelly propellants and stuff like that. And also, they are archival, so they're not going to yellow your paper, and it's much gentle on the paper compared to an aerosol can. Because some aerosol fixatives can actually make the whole painting go through. Chris said, "I see that. I did play with them after you gave me your advice. I love them." Oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad. Because I was so sad that you were frustrated with your poesy paints. And I did look up that brand. It is a Gansai Tambi type of paint, indeed. It is not meant to be Chinese pigment paints like these. It's definitely not the same. They are real Gansai Tambi paints. And they are known in Japan. I asked a cousin of mine if he had ever seen that brand. He said he did. In Japan. He lives in Japan. Well, he used to live in Japan. He moved back about a year ago. Now my brain is thinking about the 80s group, Mr. Mister. Oh, it took me a second. Oh, I think this is much better. It's looking better with this sky. It really felt like it was missing something in this background. This sky actually made things pop a little bit. I'm liking this quite a lot. Auntie Chris said, "I guess I need to watch a few videos how to use Gansai pens." The secret with them, if you want to use them light to put water, color pencils on top of it and stuff like that, is just water them down a lot and expect to create textures, not to have flat color like you would with gouache. Other than that, uh, that's pretty much it. And Gensai paints also best not to pre-activate them with water, like with a spray or something. Nothing of the sort. Just dunk your brush in water and then straight into the pan. Because if you do that, they become. If you pre-wet them with a spray or something and let them soak in the water, they're gonna be really gloopy and sticky. Of course, there had to be a cat hair. But aside from that, there really isn't much to it. For us, Westerners that want to use them as if they were watercolors. They also don't have a lot of flow, so they're good if you want to keep control where the paint is so it don't move too much. It's not like some watercolors that just flow with wild abandonment. It's really not like that. And that's actually a pretty good quality of Genzai paint, so you got yourself a bit of a gem there. And they are usually more affordable than Kuretake Genzai paints. Even though Kuretake is not known for being super expensive, especially for the amount of paint they deliver, but they're certainly more expensive than most other Genzai paints. Because the whole purpose of Genzai paints was that they were supposed to be affordable. I'm trying not to mess this up. Sorry for being super quiet. Oh, I saw that Jackie made a live stream yesterday. I completely missed it. I was so tired. We went to the picnic, then we went walking all the way to the park, which is a around 30-minute walk, which is usually fine, but because we were going to do a picnic, we were carrying a bunch of stuff all the way there. Like this thermal thingy with the beverages and with the fruits, and then a little trolley for the groceries we have bought, like bread and stuff like that. So, and also, of course, the dogs. My dog is a sled dog, and even though I use a no pull chest lead, it still makes it a bit hard. Luckily for me, the boyfriend managed to stay with the dog. I told him I prefer to get the groceries. So I was trolling the groceries and some of the beverages. My mother, in theory, as Chris says it, was carrying some of the other things, and the nibblings were carrying other things. It was really nice. We made dog friends, two very friendly dogs. My dog loved them. My dog loves all dogs, but he thinks all dogs are friendly and not all dogs are. My husky has been bit in the nose a bunch of times. Usually by smaller dogs like Shih Tzus and Yorkies and stuff like that, because they tend to be more reactive. And my dog goes really friendly and to sniff them, and then usually they just yuck, bite him. The one time I decided to go analog and call her without any internet stuff, Jackie streams. Bummer. Yes, she did. I lost her too. Such a bummer. But then by the time I woke up today, Jessie was streaming. Well, I was already awake, but I finally got out of bed. And Jess, Coloring Bumblebee, was streaming. I did not see Chris stream. The Chris is in CK. I haven't seen her stream. I didn't get any notifications. I hope she did stream today. I definitely don't. I don't think I could have kept up. Yes, she was on. Um, Jeanette said, "My Shih Tzu will love your dog. He's really friendly." In fact, he also made a Shih Tzu friend yesterday. There was a really elderly dog called Stella, and she's a bit scared of other dogs apparently, but she allowed my dog and the other dogs there to sniff her and say hello and all of that. She mostly kept to herself, but she was also not aggressive and nothing like that. I think we're done with the sky, but I really want to give a little bit more attention to this part here. I need more white because I need to cover up the mess I made last time. The good part about this little set here is that it's rather compact, although my watercolor set is even more compact than this. But it's good, you have a decent selection of colors, not a lot, but you have a decent enough selection that you can play with, and you can take it with you anywhere you want. So I like this little set because of that. Of course, there's not a lot of paint here, but oh, she did stream. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Um, Devin said my dog is hit or miss with other dogs. So I'm very cautious with her. She loves people, though. Yes. Auntie says it's possible to get little colors individually. I do not know because I know how to get them in tubes. Marie is the brand, is the most common manufacturer of these paints, and you can buy them by the tube. But I don't know. Even the tubes usually comes in sets, so I really have no idea. I do think that if you run out of a color, you probably will have a similar enough color. If you have the larger set, like 150, 100, or maybe even the 180 set. These are Chinese pigment paints, and they don't come with a brand. Um, but the most common manufacturer for those is Marie, which is the larger paint and pigment manufacturer in China. They are their version of Derwent because they have been around for as much as Derwent has been around, as long as that. Um, but I do not know if they send it like individual colors, open stock, because even their tube set, you can look for solid Chinese paint. I think that's how they are advertised in English. And when you can't find them like that, you can look for Chinese pigment paints, which is the original term. Oh, you're most welcome. I think in Timo you can also find them as Chinese solid watercolors or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm messing things up here now because I should be waiting for it to dry a little bit more here. I did not, though, nor I have the patience to do that. So it will be a bit messy. And that's fine by me. Darker the water. I'm getting a bit of a darker blue now. I'm mixing with the paint I already have. It's more like a light phthalo blue kind of color. But they are not like regular watercolors. That's why I say they are Chinese pigment paints. They are much more opaque. The binder is not the same. And they are all semi-opaque compared to regular watercolors. but they are good to use in coloring books because the pigment is larger. That means that you can, it doesn't go through the paper so easily, so it's easier not to have bleed throughs. Timu 98 colors, traditional Chinese style. Exactly, that's it, Jeanette. You found it. I should have gotten flat brush for this. Much better. I'm almost cracking out my water brush. Chris said, closing my eyes, yell my name in 35 minutes if I don't comment. I'm awake before that. Okay. If you hear someone like cursing or wheezing or making gasping noises, that's my boyfriend. He's playing FIFA, the video game, so he gets a bit excited about it, a bit passionate, so he might make some noises. He had his headset on, but sometimes he doesn't realize he's actually talking out loud. Yeah, I think that's good enough. There's no need to be much better than this, to be honest. Okay. Because I also want to do all the things. I want to test all the materials. I'm having half a mind of repainting these leaves green, but then again, I am not sure. I want to go to the trouble. You'd probably be better off with a water brush here. I'm the one being stubborn, don't want to crack that one. Because I already dirtied this one. I was watching a video by Irena at Black Canary, and she was doing metal watercolor painting lemons in I think it was a Johanna Basford book. And I was like, this is beautiful. My set is the 60, Jeanette, but I gifted Chris a larger set. I do not know if it was 150, 180, or 100. All I know it was a larger set. I do not remember. But I know that these larger sets, they come with the metallics, the iridescent, all of the other more like specialty kind of paints. They are really good. I do have the metallic set. I also have the larger set. I tend to come to these more often because it's a smaller footprint. That's all. No real particular reason for that one. Other than this, is they're exactly the same paint. It's just easy to carry this one around. And my boom arm is not super large, so this is probably almost as far as I can bring it. I can maybe bring like up to here my camera, but that would not leave me much space because where this lid ends is pretty much maybe an inch or 2 inches where the edge of my desk is. I'm really tight in the corner here to stay in frame. So I really prefer things with a smaller footprint, but the other one is nice too and has more colors. It's not only other specialty colors. It has these plus a bunch of others. They're all really nice, especially for painting and coloring books. No, I want gray or maybe black. I want to darken the part of the sky that's in contact with these. I may have to be a brave going out from Timo against Sun's advice, so it's hard. To be really honest, Jeanette, I find there is no difference between these marketplaces. People think, oh, they're going to steal your data. Everything we use online takes your data. Everything. And when in doubt, use a browser instead of using your phone. Some banks you can emit a temporary credit card for a single purchase, you know, and if you can do that, especially for online purchases, I always recommend doing that. It doesn't matter the marketplace. So I recommend doing that if you can. You can emit that through your banking app on your phone, and you emit a single card for that single purchase. You can even set a limit in pounds or whatever your currency is from wherever anywhere else is in the world. And then you can just use that one so because then you don't have your regular card information being put there. This is how I do it. In Brazil, we have something called Pix, which is a bank transfer that is immediate and free. It doesn't matter the amount, and is made by the central bank of our currency. So it's safer to use Pix in my case if I can. But when I cannot use Pix for whatever reason, because Brazil is a member of BRICS, so every country in BRICS, India, South Africa, China, Russia, they all already use Pix. So there is nothing to worry on that front. I can always get from most marketplaces. I can buy from with Pix, pay with Pix, which is easier and safer. And with Pix, you create a key kind of the way we create a username on Instagram, you know? We can create a key and we use that key to make the purchase, and then no one has access to anything else other than that key. Now I want some white. Also, I did mix my Gansai paints because with these just to see if it works, and it works. It works fine. So no issues there. I don't even know why I mixed it. Oh, I think I wanted a color that was not here, one that looks more like a sand. I think it's called beige gray or flax beige. I'm not sure. But it's similar to buff titanium kind of thing. And I wanted that, but I was using these paints and I did not want to mix my other watercolor in it because I wanted this semi-opaqueness feel. So I used it and mixed it with my Gunza paint and it worked. So there's not a problem to mix them up. They are made of the same binder. They're all made with rabbit hides glue or something. Hello, CK. Speaking of which, did anyone see Chrissy Wilcox? I haven't seen her in streams for a while. I hope she's okay. Thinking of sending her a text. I missed your stream today, CK. I was even saying that I didn't get any notifications for your stream today, so by the time I came to my senses and saw the time, it was way past the time you usually stream, so I didn't know if you actually had streamed or not. I'm doing these thingies here because, like a textural thing. Yeah, that works. I need to stop filling with it because I need to use order media. And I want to do this today. I'm going to finish the space today, hopefully. Oh, I completely forgot this. This is Sky. Oh, Lord. Darn it. I kept thinking this is grass, but I'm looking at the reference picture, and the grass is painted green. All of this sky has nothing on it. Duh. Okay, that works. Hi, Elex. I did not see you there. Sorry for not saying hi. Welcome, welcome to the Fox Den. Yes, that is a mermaid makeup. Not makeup. Nail brush. But I usually like it quite a bit. I'm just not liking it on this paper right now. So I will change. I will use my new sable brush, and I'm gonna use my cheapo Faber Castell brush. This is a kid's brush. Yes, I'll definitely have to catch that on replay, Chris. I'm thinking if I put this to the side, I might just to let it dry because I have a feeling I will probably smudge all over it. I will show you how my Enchanted Earth page is going. Let me close this just so I don't smash my hands in it because I had done this before. I've started with black new color 2s. I activated, let it dry. I came in with a couple of blues and reds, and I had done the background. And then Jeanette gave me this genius idea that I could actually use watercolor markers because they are single page, single sided. And I was like, that's actually genius. So I got my alcohol markers, these ones, and I started doing all the greenery here, which I'm really fond of. I really liked it. I had stopped because my nibblings dropped by, so I stopped halfway, but I really like how they're going. I even shaded a little bit with them, but I will shade a little bit more. Darken up the darkest part and maybe put some highlights in. I'm not sure yet. Jeanette said it wasn't my idea, so someone else. Yes, but you gave me the idea, so I'm crediting you because you're the one that made that click for me. So I do want to do that. I do want to add some white. I'm not sure if I'll go with gouache or gel pens for the brightness of the fire. Well, thank you, CK. Thank you, Jeanette. But to be really honest, I'm a bit at loss what to do with these planets. I started putting color in it with my new colors, but to be honest, I don't really know what to do with with the planets. Now I want to use alcohol markers more. I really want to use my alcohol markers more because I have a full set of them and I use them like twice. This is the third page I ever used them on. So I really want to use more of them because if I don't, they'll eventually dry up and I will not even have a chance to play with them. So that was actually genius. It's really good for Jeanette to give me that wake up call that I could be using my alcohol markers here. And I want to use them on my mythographics because they also single page. Yes, I realized it was a typo, CK. I'm thinking, what else should I do until I wait for that one to dry? I have. No, that's not the one I want. Oh, yeah. I have this one that I've started. My pro markers are really old and mostly still okay. Yes, pro markers are like the best. I think they're the best brand. I've started testing my neon watercolors here. They're definitely a bit more brighter in real life than this. So I'm thinking I might. I think this one. I might just paint these white, these clouds. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these balloons yet. Really, I have no idea. I just opened a random page and I really wanted to test these fluorescent colors. So I just repainted it. Oh, Jeanette, thank you so much. And because you really did help me. I was like, I was starting to regret buying my aqua markers, to be honest, because I was like, they're all here laid on display in front of me. They're beautiful, and they're here just like a prop, you know. And I don't like that. I like using my stuff. If I'm putting my money on it, I want to use it. So it was a great idea to sort of reactivate sort of my interest in them. I have cheap Chinese ones, just syringe of alcohol to reactivate them. Oh, this is good. Do they stay the same, or does the color dilute and lose their vibrancy a little bit? Kind of the way we dilute watercolor with water, or do they just preserve the intensity of the dye in them if you add alcohol to reactivate them? I never thought about that. That's actually really good. Really good to know. I need gouache. I still have gouache. In fact, I had an order from Jackson's that arrived. I There's a friend, an acquaintance, aka friend of mine, friendly acquaintance maybe, and she brings stuff from overseas, and sometimes she can get me stuff from UK. Rarely, because I can rarely have UK things shipped to me for some reason. But sometimes I can, and sometimes she did get these Shinhan wash, and he arrived this week. I'm really looking forward. And it's funny, I had just put out the whole video, and those things came, and she said, "I'm sending them to you. It should be there in a day or two." And I was like, if I had waited one day before posting my haul, I could have added them to my July haul. Now I'm just going to add them in my August haul. I don't like making haul videos every month, but because things take so long to get me, sometimes they do arrive like sparse with a really large space in between them, and sometimes they just arrive one after the others, bum bum bum. Just every week one tiny little thing arrives. Oh, CK said it dilutes speed. That's actually good because sometimes I do think they are too vibrant. I like more pastelly, muted downtones, so it's actually not bad. This is old gouache that I used in another video. These two here, the blue and the magenta, are not gouache. Only the white one. Neither is the black one, I think. They are acrylic. I was using them for something. I don't even know what it was. What the heck was I using them for? It was an enchanted earth. I have no idea what I was using them for. But I was. Oh, this is really interesting. That's really cheap. Mine are the Ohuhu ones. I do prefer the brush than the chisel or the bullet points, but it's not too bad for me. Where is my? I need my white. And again, I do not recommend this white paint. I'm using because I bought it. The Talon's Design Gouache used to be Talon's Artist Wash, and they used to be really good, but not anymore. This new version I really don't like. CK said she injects them, rubbing alcohol 70%. Oh yes. it works. This cheap gouache, so I will use it, but that does not mean I recommend it. I do not. They used to be really good, but they changed the formula. And I spoke to the woman at store. She's the sales rep from a few brands, one of them also being Talents. And she said that the formula changed because Talents, or the group that owns Talents, apparently also now owns Sakura, and Sakura has their own set of poster paints kind of thing. So apparently they were sort of competing for the same market, so they change it. But nowadays, their gouache, and I really don't think it used to be that way before, but nowadays their gouache has dextrine. And dextrine is meant to give a certain texture and a certain flow, but I absolutely hate it. I really don't like the way it behaves. It just, no, nope, not my thing. I don't like it. Jeanette, I think if you have a syringe with the needle but a non-sharp needle, there are some of those, especially in stationery stores for dragging paint, not paint, ink, like fountain pen ink. You can get them in stationery stores if you don't want them to be sharp. I think those will work as well. On the other end, the bullet tip red and chisel. I actually like both. One side being brush and the other side being a thin tip or the chisel. I like the chisel for large areas, but also I like the small nib for tiny details. I need desperately to clean this palette. I just haven't had the time or the energy, for that matter. Oh, Chris, they are very expensive here too. Very, very expensive. It took me almost 6 years to buy them all. I first bought the mid-tone sets to see if I would like it. Then I started thinking alcohol markers were not my thing. But then I saw this Brazilian girl I follow. Um, she makes like fan art from anime and stuff like that. Is it Mayara Rodriguez? I think that's her name. And I saw her doing such cool things with them that I was like, okay, I'll give them a try. And I really liked them for that kind of art. And then when I got my first mythographic, was actually Dragon Spell. I wanted to do it with Alchemakas, but I had an issue with them. They arrived wrong because I bought the new one, the new numbers stuff, but they came with the old one, and some of them were repeated. So I complained to who they replaced it for me, but it took a long time to get here. But they're really expensive. They're crazy expensive. Copics are like ridiculously expensive. Copics are stupid expensive. And pro markers too. They're rare here. We only have a really limited selection of pro markers, but um, at least and they're also very expensive, similarly priced to Copics. And I would not pay Copic prices ever. But you know, Ohuhu is not cheap by any means. It's just much more affordable than Pro markers and Ohuhus, but in Copics. But it doesn't mean they are really cheap. They are not at all. Okay, that was too much. No. I have always loved alcohol markers. I used to use them to color my stamped images. That's one thing I've always wondered. I don't know absolutely anything about stamping and all of those things. But I always thought that the stamped images, if you color with alcohol on top of them, you would also activate the ink, the stamp ink, because I thought they were either water based or alcohol based, and in that sense, won't you reactivate the ink? I don't know. I don't understand anything about that. But it's something I did wonder a few times. I saw a few videos of people coloring things they stamped on, and I was like, how that doesn't reactivate? Exactly, CK. Copics, and to me, pro markers are in the same realm of Copics. They're not for coloring books. I mean, you can use them, of course, if they are affordable to you, but and if you build a collection over time. But as a colorist, to use them in coloring books, they would not be my first choice ever. Oh, hello, Jess. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Fox Den. How are you doing, Jess? I hope you're doing well and coloring and having fun, or just chilling, wherever floats your boat in the moment. I'm aware that Vera is around lurking. She's coloring and wanted something to play in the background, so not if you use the stays on pad or hit embossed image. Oh, so there is a thing. Oh, there's particulars about these. I wondered what they were because I knew that it couldn't just be regular stamping. I have a stamp ink that is usually meant for you to stamp, like when you have the expiration date of food, and it's that thing that is waterproof, it's permanent ink. But and I use them on my swatch book. I'm making a swatch book for my paints, but I don't know, what other ways would be. So there is a way. It's good to know. It's really interesting. Stays on. Is that a brand? Stays on pant. CK signed a set of 36 Copics done $98. So the pages in the book doesn't have much problems with water. Chart, this is mythographic, mythical beasts, and no, I didn't have any problems with water in it. And I did not prep this. I didn't put my watercolor size in, which I usually do, but I've been having so many books with good paper that I've been kind of going a bit wild in them lately. pretty good resistance to the water. Of course, I'm not doing super wet washers, but I wasn't being conservative either. Hello, Kate. Welcome to the Fox Den. Welcome, welcome. CK, yes, $98. That is a lot. That is ridiculous. I mean, nothing is ridiculous if it's something you want, you know, if you think, if you have the means to have it and all that. But in a normal working class scenario like myself, especially in a country whose currency is very undervalued compared to the dollar, the US dollar, then definitely not, you know? To me, this is just insane. To pay $100 for 36 thingy. This description is a solvent ink pad. Yes, I think that's the way it's called, the one I bought. But it's completely generic brand. It's just for you to, if you like home, you make artisanal food of any kind, you still are required to put an expiration date on the label. So that's what people use for. But I bought it just because I wanted to make swatches. And I wanted to stamp them because I didn't want to keep drawing each one of them. I called it paint poop because I wanted them to look a bit three dimensional, like when you squeeze like toothpaste out of the toothpaste tube, or when you do that with like oil paint and stuff. So I created this little drawing. Uh, okay, apparently we have a weird troll in our midst. And I have a really low tolerance for reported. Oh, thank you, Jess. I have reported him, this weird guy or girl or whatever, but I think it's a guy. Uh, and yes, if anyone can just send cute emojis so we can roll the screen. I'm going to send one myself. Um, okay. What the heck happened here? Yes, I figured, Chris. Oh, I've seen this happen before, Elix, on last week or the week before on Amy Wardar's stream, but it was much worse. This was just some random weirdo. He was much more of a creepy guy on Amy's stream. At least this guy was just talking about, I don't know, football or something. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know and I don't care. Thank you, Jess. You were faster than me. You know what that is, Jeanette? You know how sometimes back in the day kids would go to the neighbors through the neighborhood and ringing the doorbell and ditching is ding dong ditch. I think that's what's called. Yeah, that's the same thing, just online. Just silly people doing silly stuff, being a nuisance. Knock knock ginger. Yes, I knew as ding dong ditch. Yes, knock knock and run. See, every country has one of those. Every country has a saying because this is universal. That's the same thing. It's just few pests being pests. And I am guilty of this because as a kid, my cousin and I, especially when it was nightfall, we would go and ding dong ditch a few times. But knock knock ginger is pretty cool of a name. I liked it. Yes, nowadays I don't think it's a thing anymore because a lot of people have ring cameras and stuff like that, and so I really don't think it's a thing anymore. It was back in the analog days. It was much more common to find these in analog days. Yes, trolls, bots. To me, it's potato potato. If it's a nuisance, it's a nuisance. That's fine. I still think I prefer dealing with that than like we had once the crazy lady talking ill. And I'm happy and sad at the same time because that person that once showed up in a stream of mine was completely rude to Nessa, Chris, and everyone that was on stream that day. I think Chrissy Wilcox was here too. And I didn't even have mods before. That person was the reason I have mods now. And the thing that makes me it's good because I won't forget the name, and she had B in her name as well. That's how I remember her. And of course, it's not our beloved coloring Bumblebee. Yes, do Elex. I would try to be there and watch, but given how sleepy I am lately, I might not. But if I'm not, I would definitely catch the replay. I didn't even watch Jess's stream today yet. I saw she was on, but before I even clicked on her when they notified me that she was on, I just fell asleep again because I really like my nibblings, but boy, that's the reason I'm not a mom and don't want to be a mom. Kids can drain your energy. They're lovely, but it's exhausting, even when they're not that young anymore. I'm catching up on chat. Hi, Cookie Monster. You've been lurking all that time? I saw you in the beginning, but didn't see you participate afterwards, so if you have, well, welcome back. um, don't flow illusion stat Beansley built well. I took making videos to combat my somnolent nature. I agree. Let me see what else. Oh, you were finger painting. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. So messy, but also so cool. I really find it super cool. Okay, I need a little bit of black. Then I need a little bit of blue. I want to make a grey blue color. Okay. And in the day I had the weird person, just mean and nasty. It was actually the day I realized how invested I am in this community because I was so mad that that person was speaking names of my people, on my stream, being rude to people that were just chatting up on the stream. Nope, I was really upset. And I was like, nope, you don't mess with my people, you don't mess with my friends. I'll be really mad if you do. Finish a quiz for my course and then get all the things ready before stream later. That's Shula and Annika. Bye, Chris. Thank you for stopping by. Definitely has its own smell. It does remind me a lot of gouache, though. Old school gouache. Nope, nope, nope. So, in a way, it was good, but it was a bit scary when I first had this person being mean to others. I do not like it. But I think those things only show what that person is like, not us. That was very different from the ding dong ditch kind of thing. Shade. It was too hot to get inside. Don't mess your Hamlet will address. Trying to see if there's anything else I did not do other than the clouds I'm working on, I mean. Yeah, I think I want to finish this one really quickly because I do not want to linger on this book too long. I want to go back to Small Worlds. I was page hopping on my Small Victories book, but I gave that to my grandma, and apparently she was making good use of it. So I will consider that one gone. I'll have to order myself a new one. Bluest blue alive. Oh, okay. Let me see. Our siblings, don't you mess. Your habit will address. Yes, pretty much. What? Oh no. Do we have another troll? What the heck is this? I had never seen anything like that. Thank you, Jess. You're even faster than I could read it. Oh my god, again? Bear? 4 trolls. Huh? What? I don't know. What the heck is this? See? There's this guy, and then this guy. I have no idea. This side? What? Can you bring a refill? Thank you, love. I don't know. I had never seen anything like this. Ilix said it's troll season, folks. Get the taser. Yes. Oh, great. Oh my god, is that another guy? We have another troll. No, I'm just trying to understand why. No, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't even have time to read the chat because Jess is super duper fast and she's whacking them like a whack-a-mole. I don't know why people do that. I mean, I understand. I was a kid once, but at the same time, it's so annoying. Thank you, Elex. I'm sure I'm not. I just care nothing about it. Oh no. Really, no. I think those people don't understand that there's no such thing as bad PR. You know? All they're doing is increase the traffic in my stream. So I guess thank you, weird bots. At least that's the way I see it. This is a long whip, although I started technically last month, but I was literally just putting fluorescent paint in it. it be because the World Cup is ending? Yes, they are having the algorithm. Oh, there was another one. Two other ones. Great. I don't even have time. I told you. Chris and Jess are really good at whack-a-mole, apparently. Yeah, we removed them because they're a nuisance, but online is a very different thing than just ding dong ditch. Because there is an algorithm keeping score, and in that case, the score goes up my side, not theirs. So I don't know what goes on their mind. I'm just happy it wasn't the kind of bot or troll that was on Amy's stream because that was the creepiest one I've ever seen in my life. Thank you so much, Jess, and thank you, Chris. Thanks, Gail, and all of my mods. Thank you so much. They don't bother me, I just think they're stupid. But if they want to help me with the algorithm, who am I to complain? Yes, I know, they're bored folks. I just think they could be doing more useful things with their lives. I mean, read a book, maybe. Oh my god, apparently I'm not seeing everything that's happening because I've been in top chat for the last 10 minutes. Yes, Stephen, I'm aware that the World Cup will be in an hour and 10 minutes, give or take. I'm aware of that. I don't care about it much though. What I really wanted was to Argentina to be kicked out. That's what I wanted. But apparently they do not, so I wanted England to win this one. Either England or Germany or Norway. But since none of them won, World Cup right now holds zero interest in me. For me, at this point. Mm, that's good. Well, we can hope it's a long one. Yes, please. Yes, yes, exactly. And that's what I thought. I thought maybe, with the games being over, not so much to occupy their time, so they're here trolling people. I'm more cranky about Argentina. Well, there is a really, really no love lost between Brazil and Argentina. So It is not just that, because to be honest, every other country in South America dislikes them because we all know they act like they're better than the rest of us. They act like we're the Europe of this South America. We are better than everyone else and all that, and that's why no one stands them, especially when it comes to football, aka soccer. Yes, please, bro. Thank you, love. My boyfriend has been really nice, extra nice, and he's bringing me beverages. Yes, everyone knows this, Gail. Okay. You're contemplating. Oh, yes. Argentina is kind of the US, Chris. There's a lot of a-holes, but there's also a lot of great people. But sometimes the a-holes carry the fame and make everyone else look bad. That's what it is. And yes, they are particularly rough, and for some reason, apparently, referees never noticed that they're being rough. You know, kind of like magic. Referees are never looking, apparently. I mean, if you ask me, and I'm not really an expert, but I did think England played much better football. Oh yes, that's true. But sometimes, yes, that's exactly what we think too, Gail. Um, but sometimes it becomes a bit of a stereotype for that country, the a-holes. Similar to what happened to US. Every American person I know is amazing. And when I travel there, most people treat me with not only the utmost respect, but gentleness, kindness, and I'm forever grateful. But then sometimes you think American and you think of, you know, not even gonna bring that up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. From a certain orange man. I think I need more black, and I think a little bit more blue because this line is not proper. Ooh, I think it was a bit too much, but okay. What's that, love? What? Oh, they changed it. Yes, they did. We bought a TV and we're waiting for it to be delivered. I really liked sports, but not soccer in particular. I have no love lost for soccer. The only like event I really, really follow is the Winter Olympics because I love skating and curling. I find it so entertaining. And in the regular Olympics, in the regular Olympics, I don't even know what the heck I said before. But But in irregular Olympics, oh goodness lord, what the heck? You know what I mean? But in the regular Olympic Games, I like watching gymnastics because as a kid I played gymnastics and also volleyball. But soccer is really not my thing. I just don't like when there is lack of sportsmanship and transparency like what FIFA does. That's all. Devon said I'm going to get going. Your page looking great, Lucy. Thank you, Devon. Have a great day yourself. Worry not, Jeanette. Always good to chit chat with daughter. I think I'm done. I'm not done. There are two other clouds. Oh gosh. I really thought I was done here. For some reason, I never like clouds that have the black lines, even when everything else is fine to have black lines for me. But sometimes clouds just meh. It just, I don't know, kill the vibe for me. I hope all is well with your daughter, Jeanette, and also with the grandkids by extension. I might need to get more white. Where did I put it? Oh, here. Oh, they were not AI, Janet. At least the ones I saw were definitely not AI. That's why I didn't like it. But, you know, I do believe in karma after all. Karma reaches people eventually. Teams, people, organizations, whatever. Oh, Brenny misplaced a phone. I hope you found it. I'm just sitting up better on my chair. Uh-oh. I have a thingy where I rest my feet, which moved apparently. Because I don't reach the floor when I'm in my chair. I'm tiny like that. So I have a little mini trolley. And a bunch of old Prismacolor boxes. Then that's where my feet rest up. I'm completely changing this cloud here. You'll be Miss Jeanette, but you'll be having fun. We're making arrangements. I suppose I will be in many streams over the weekend. Ooh, children in it all for 2 nights, 3 days. Ooh, but luck. You are always welcome, lurking or chatting. Numbers are always good, and new company even better. I should be clipping this page, so I keep making mistakes. I'm too lazy now. I don't have much more time, an hour, and I do not want to linger on this page. I want to go back to small worlds. But I'm not going to leave one cloud. Just one cloud. Nope. That would be too annoying. Hello, Jana. Live, laugh, lurk. That's awesome. I like it. I hope you're doing well, Jana. What are you up to in this lovely Saturday? We're having a bit of a weird summer here today. It's warm and it's decently warm. I mean, not like I'm sweating like a pig warm, so not too bad, but I honestly prefer the winter. I am partially cringing having to socialize again for another weekend this soon. I'm really getting old apparently because these things are taking a toll on me more than they used to. I'm naturally introverted, but my tolerance went really down lately for socializing. I don't even know why. But my therapist said you need exposure therapy. You need to keep socializing. Don't let this happen. Don't let yourself isolate yourself and stuff like that. This is the kind of thing that you have to get out of your comfort zone and socialize more. I was like, oh darn it, okay. So that's what I'm doing. Going to a birthday after this stream, and unfortunately, I will not be able to hang out in Annika's stream tonight again. Well, what can one do, right? As Gail said, people have birthdays if they just stopped having birthdays. No, and I cannot even complain. He's a dear friend of mine. He's lovely. He's one of my best friends, and I will be amongst people that I like and respect. And there will not be children yelling and driving me nuts. But I cannot help myself but feel like I really prefer to stay home and color a little bit and hang out in Chaturday streams. Let me see. I was in a wedding party last summer, but I was the best man, so I had 0 drops to do. I was just perfect. Some people just don't like going to parties, and nothing wrong with that. Surgery on. Oh, and it's not even that kind of a party, like so full of people. It's just his family and a few of our friends. So it's gonna be, for a socializing event, a pretty good one. But I had so many events lately that I don't think I recuperated from them. That's the difficulties. And then I had the nibblings over, and they are lovely as well. In fact, I'm so proud of both of them because one of them wants to be a vet tech and in the future a vet, and the other, she has some amazing artist skills. She loves getting to see my stash. I gifted her one of my watercolor pencils that I had laying around, one of the budget sets, so she could have fun. I asked her if she'd like to color the drawings she made, and she said yes, because they look more alive. I was like, oh, great, awesome, here it is. And then I gave her a beautiful watercolor pencil set, 120 She loved it. I gave her a case to go with it. So I'm really happy to have seen them. I just feel really exhausted afterwards. It doesn't mean I'm not happy to see them. And it's been a while since we all got my gang together, my group of antisocial friends that no one likes to leave their homes, but we do because we know that's healthier and we can also have a safe place for ourselves. A judgment free space kind of thing. So we overdue on that one. So might as well do it. Oh, Atlanta, hello. I haven't seen you there. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Fox Stand. These are all fluorescent watercolor paints. And now I'm using gouache just for the clouds here. And uh, and I'll be done in a minute. And I keep saying that for the past 30 minutes. I need more white. Hello, Lucy just arrived. Just got out of my writing group. Oh, I'm glad. I hope you had a nice time with your group. The way I say it's like I don't like being with my group. I like being with my group. Just to make it clear, it's just I wish it wasn't on Saturday so I didn't have to miss Saturday. That's the reason I get cranky about it. It's not even the socializing part because this is my crew. We like hanging out. Not too much, not too often. We all have low thresholds and for socializing, so we all do it sporadically only. But I did wish it wasn't on Saturday because I like hanging out on Saturdays. And I don't like missing it. I feel like I'm missing a lot of fun. And I get really, really upset of not being there and chatting with everyone. Okay, I finished this almost. Thank you, Jenna. We'll pop and look to one of mine for colouring today. Okay, I lost something. Hi, Jeanette. It's okay. Give me 12 minutes to go. Just saw him and down. Jeanette, post what I'm colouring right now. Tell me colouring timer on my current page. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Which fluorescent watercolor? That is Paul Rubens fluorescent watercolors. No, I lie. This was not. This was Holbein fluorescent watercolors. We're trying to get there. We'll be on my son's boat in Norfolk Broads. Not a good signal. I don't tell anyone we love my online life. My online life is my life. Oh, I tell everyone. I don't mind. You know, I have nothing against it, and I don't separate things. Nothing of the sort. Okay, finally, we're going back. It's now you're wet. Oh my god, my book, my book. Oof. I accidentally closed the book. It was not good. It was not a good feeling. Here later, I have to integrate my online with my offline because my corporation's familiar policies can afford to have secret online. Not a fancy boat. Amazon's owed as me and has an engineer from an old taxi. Wow, I didn't even know we could use car engines for any of that, by the way. It's almost as though that's me, Janet. Ooh, fancy bowl to my friends, hobbies, community, even my fiance all here. Hold up, what did I miss here? My friends, hobbies, community, fiance all here. Fancy boat. You mean the whale? Whale? What whale? Okay, I lost something. I'll put a photo in Discord of the boat. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me get my phone. I was saying we bought a TV. It's not even for me. It's for a friend. But we bought one and we will need to be home to receive it. But apparently, it was supposed to arrive today before noon, and it's already 5 p.m. and nothing. So that's a bummer. Yeah, I'm tracking it down, but Lord only knows. All right. I'm going to get this one now, my new saber brush, and I think I'm gonna use some gouache. I'm gonna use some gouache for the boy on here. I'm divorced, religious, and live in a blue area. I looked myself up and put it online so I don't have to worry about anything. Oh, that makes sense. All right. I need this thingy here because I need to stir. Gouache is having a moment. Yeah, I discovered gouache last year and I started to like it quite a lot. That's why when I sent Happy May Tonica and Maria, I sent my gouache paintings to them as in a card format. Dude, this one is getting thick. Oh yes, I have, Jenna, and they really are lovely, in my opinion. I might need my white. I need to pull up another white. I also like the ensemble, the packaging, you know? Found them really interesting. Okay, let me clean up a bit of this palette because the right thing to do would be to just simply remove this paper because this is disposable. But right now I'm too lazy to do that because I use palette paper and obviously it does not fit here, so I need to measure and cut it. And I was like, no, never mind. And there's some acrylic dry paint here too that I need to remove it. Oops. Jenna, did you ever try the brute form watercolor pencils? Because for how cheap they are, they're incredibly vibrant and soft, and they dissolve beautifully. I even gifted one to one of my nibblings this week because I really liked them. I didn't have a Chinese watercolor pencil that was bad. I mean, Artex had an awful one, but I didn't even get to that one because I already knew it was bad. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of white. I'm getting, I think it's ruby red, that's what it's called. It's a cool red, but almost neutral. And I had a bit of a beige color that I had pre-mixed. I will put a little bit of more white because they do tend, wash tended to dry a little bit darker for some reason. So I'm putting a little bit more white, a little bit more water. Because I'm going to do his skin now. I think maybe that was too much pink. I might need to go back to the yellow. And I'm using the reference here, you know? Yeah, I think this is better. A little bit. And I want them washed down. I don't want it, I know it's washed, but I'm trying to use it mostly watered down. I shake a lot, so it's really difficult to get into these nooks and crannies. Oh, okay. Luckily, nowadays we have gel pens and we can fix stuff if we mess them up. Okay, hopefully that's decent enough on the paper and get them off the pencil with a paintbrush. I'm not going to take my more. Okay. We can need more pencils. Well, none of us need more pencils. The fact is, we want more pencils, and that's absolutely fine. if it's something you think you're going to use it, enjoy and use it. Oh, this part is his hand too, apparently. Oh, I thought this was like the ribbon. Is that what it's called? His sleeve? I think that's the sleeve, that's what it's called. But it's not, it's his hand, so be it. I will take a look at Discord in just a moment. Hmm? Oh, okay. That's good. I think that's all for skin. Yes, pretty much so. He's rather red, but okay. It's gonna stay that way. I did use the warmer and I was selling. Oh no, hold on. I messed something. Oh, okay. Let me check the Discord. Not no. Where is it? Foxden goes live. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. To maintain the streak, just call it these. This is so cool. I love it. Can I? No, I want the camera to focus. So cool. And we got Jeanette's boat. Can I zoom in? I think so. Yes. It's a pretty good boat. But then again, I'm not an expert on boats. It's really nice. Congrats, Jeanette. My father has a boat. It was from my grandfather. So. I mean, I think he sold it. I'm not sure, but he used to have it when I was a kid. Did you see the woman now selling a pack of 123 pencils for from the website for £66? Did you order things too? Has anyone tried them? I did not try their watercolor, and I know they are okay, but I do not recommend them because by the price that they were selling it to, I think you could get um similar quality or even better quality for less. So I don't, not my thing. Okay, I'm getting blue and I want a little bit of black. Why? I don't even know what I was going to do with that blue. Never mind. I have no idea why I got that for. Okay. Wash dries rather fast, so I'm hoping we can be done with this part soon enough. I have 72 set pretty nice, got them on prime save 25, wash saves 50 times to get them. I would show you it's not posh. Oh, it's definitely not posh, it's a normal boat, I think. You use a woman and there's let me see. You need to have 72 pretty nice, got them as prime save 25. Yes, I almost got them, but I ended up giving up because to ship them to me would cost absurdly, so I gave up on that one. Is this the paper peeling? Is the paper is peeling? What? Why is the paper peeling? It makes no sense. I really just touched the brush in it. I have no idea. It's not even super wet. It was definitely a bit of a disappointment, this paper, despite the fact that I absolutely love this book and I like the fact that it's watercolor paper. But I'm really disappointed. I did not have it peel yet. At any moment, I did a lot of stuff here. And I'm using gouache. Yes, granted, it's a watered down version of gouache, but it's gouache. I mean, not even Enchanted Earth peeled on me like this. I don't get it. And it didn't before when I first used it with the regular watercolors, not gouache. It definitely did not peel. What the heck is this? I'm going to try flat brush. Uh, Is there a trick to using granulating gouache? Gouache typically doesn't granulate, but if it's watercolor, then yes, is lots of water. I've bought Chromaflow and some cheap 4 candies pencils this month already. Yes, I'm in the same boat as you, Gail. I'm definitely going to get them eventually. Yeah, I don't know if it was the brush. Oh, shoot. But apparently it's not that bad anymore. It's still peeling a bit. Why is it peeling? It should not be peeling. I used loads of water before and it didn't react the best, but it definitely did not peel. Why? I don't get it. Not supposed to be peeling. I can't feed them pencils. I do not know these pencils you're talking about. The 4 candies. I don't know what these are. Oh, I should have left the. Goodness, I should have left the highlights. Darn it. Okay, I might have to come up with gouache. And let's see. In the meantime, I'm going to go for the watercolor pencils. I need a really yellowish green. Like this line. Yellow green. Let me put my wet patch away for now. And I'm going to get my wet brush. Which pencil did artist said was best in Fantasy World? I think she liked Super Soft, aka Black Edition. Um, was it Starjoy? No, there was another budget one. Colin McCreary recommended them and someone else. And as they only cost 20 quid and came with a case, thought if I don't like the pencils, I'll just use the case. Oh, nice. The only pencil I have that came with a case were the Everzar pencils and one other that I forget. Oh yeah, Castle Arts, gold. And there was another one. Oh yes, metallic pencils. Metallic pencils came in their own case. Shapir Farben. Yes, that's what the one I was thinking. It wasn't Starjoy. It was Shapir Farben. Okay, I need another. I need a darker green. I'm going to use Spear Green. Okay. And I lost something in chat. Hold up. I'm going back up. Struggling trying to use them in fantasy world. Put in folklore. Normal will let me put in her harness. So I'm grounded for now. For Candy's actually a very good pencil. Then I'm strong trying to use fantasy world. Use the Spirit Farben. I finished mine. Not sure what to do with it now. Atlanta Brutfuna seemed to work good in the book when I tested. Yes, it's true. Brutfuna worked okay for me too. And I think Jess used the square Brutfuna on her, and she said it was pretty good. I did not test those ones because my square ones are unopened yet. That Brutfuna were my favorite in fantasy world. Yes, yes, yes. I knew it was Jess. I need to open my square ones and test them out. By the way, if there's anyone there that does not have Fantasy World, I would recommend getting the French version. It's similar paper, but it accepts more variety of pencils better than the English version for some reason. But they are very similar. But if you can afford the French and you did not buy the book yet, then get the French version. Just better. My opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. Um, dark duller green. really liking these watercolor pencils in here. Moon is playing game. She wants to go out without her. Hana is not happy, and we're going to face a harness either. Do I need to put my name on anything? I was just catching up on chat. I'm trying to finish this page today. Let's hope I can. Because I have all the pages I want to focus on. And I'm not being too careful, just some scribbles. Come without a treat. She's strange. Yeah, good luck with it, Atlanta, because cats can be a little bit unreliable when it comes to that. They always come until one day they don't. So careful. They're a little bit like primitive dogs in that sense. I'm glad she does, don't get me wrong. It's just be careful. Don't trust it too much. Yeah, this way it's definitely not peeling anymore apparently. But when I use a lot of water here, it did not peel, in spite of the ugly weird stains and dots. It did not peel. I'm really upset that now it's peeling. And I absolutely love this book, so I really wish it did not peel. It's one of the cutest books I've ever wanted. I'm not always in the cute mood, but this one, it really got me. Hello, Ivy Pearl, Clever Sword. I missed something here. Good cat mummy. Yes, can't wait to see yourself. Really enjoyed it. I have a spec copy of the English one. Somehow pre-order two is going on Vincent and money, but we'll lose money on it. Grr. Oh yes, that upsetting. Get away and she won't. Photo at least. Chris, what did I miss? You said I really like what happened with mine. What happened with yours? What am I talking about? Ah, the pages from a cotton folklore. Okay. It's just that you said what happened to mine. It was like, what do you mean happened? Did you put it on the fire or something? My brain did not catch up with that one. Sorry. 5:43. I had more few minutes only. Do I need to scream your name? Or you're properly awake now? It's nearly time for me to go. So if I need to wake you up, just let me know. Chris, I mean. This book's adorable. Who illustrated? It's Ellen. It's Small World, Carnet de Coloriage. Ellen Lescaut. That's her name. And it is made on watercolor paper, but it's not good quality watercolor paper. It handles very modest washes. Oh, so this one is purely all that one color. I'm following the reference image right beside it. And now I am testing watercolor pencils in it. But this was just regular watercolor, this was Chinese watercolor, this was gouache. I'm throwing everything from the kitchen sink in it. Exactly because I want to see how the paper will cope with it, which may or may not be good. Apparently it hasn't been, because here it started to peel, but in the skin it did not peel at all. So in here, when I did a really wet wash, we got these weird dots. Let me. What? Oh, okay. It's here. It disappeared for a second, but I'm back. Here, got these weird dots. So wet washes, that's what's gonna do. It didn't bleed through. It just warped a little bit the paper, not much, in weird dots. But I did not like the weird dots, so no wet washes for me. Sorry, I load the camera and now I'm bumping it. I apologize. I think that's all for these little leaves. So I'm going to activate them now. Yes, Ivy, me too. Even I wouldn't have all of them have the same paper. I would think that's boring. But if they all accepted a little bit of watercolor, I'll be really grateful. Oh yes, Atlanta, you're not the only one. Many Lulu books, depending on where they're printed, really don't work well with anything water-based. Some of them do, depending on where they were printed and which edition they are. But the most recent ones don't, and most of them don't, in fact. So if you hear noises, that's my aunt. She's borrowing my iPad. She wants to watch the game, you know? The bronze medal game or whatever that's called, third place game. I don't know. The game that's coming up in a few minutes. All right. Oh no, I just painted a duck's head. Definitely no. I am grabbing a little bit of the light green straight from the pencil. Let me see, how much time do I have? Got like 10 minutes. Picked it up with a water brush and the paper didn't even like that. Yes, Dungeons and Dragons was more tolerant in Tumble. Yes, indeed, they are. House of Wonders by Johanna Basford. They do okay if it's minimal washes, if it's the British or the American version. But if you really want wet washes, like real watercolor, then I suggest getting the French version. Mimi, the French version has divine paper and it deals really well with watercolor. I am buying exclusively Johanna Basford French versions because of that. It's much, much better. It's the same for Kirby Rosan's. If it's by Marabout, the odds is the paper will be good. This is why I had high hopes for this one, because Marabout is the publisher for this book as well. But this one is specifically watercolor paper, and Johanna Basford and Kirby Rosan's books by Marabout, the French publisher, is not watercolor paper, but it handles really well. It handles watermarkers well, it handles everything really. Gouache. There's nothing I didn't throw at it that it didn't excel at. I left Johann Basford, just got Ivan Inky Butterfly. I want to call the whole thing and give it to my granddaughters. Um, Inky and Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, it has better paper than her other books, so I think that one will handle water better than any other English published book by her because it has really thick paper. It's like cardstock even. That doesn't mean they will behave well with water, but I think they might because I've seen I think it was Connie, a coloring chemist, using water markers. I think it was pigment markers by Stettler or pitch pens, and I think they worked well, so I would guess they do too. Can't wait to actually start watercolor and watercolor paper and kiss this problem goodbye. Yes, I really like her too. Mimi, I am currently working on this book in a group. It's Monde Magique. Let me show you what I did. This was watercolor. This was actually Gansai Tambi, but yeah, as watercolor. This was mostly watercolor, metallic watercolors. Me too, Mimi. I think I paint better than I color as well. I used color pencils on the crown and gel pens on the lights of the castle. Everything else was watercolor. Uh, this one was for the collaboration. I also used watercolor. I don't know why my camera can't focus on this, but yeah, there it is. Let me take you up a little bit. Do I have anything else? Oh, this was gel crayons and color pencils, and the ship was watercolor, the base, and this was gouache watercolor, and this was gel pens for the clouds, and the back was gel crayons and some uh, gel pens, the white gel pen and the yellow gel pen for these light parts with stick paper, not function that is awful low. That's not true. This is new colors for the sky, and I think it was watercolor for the horses with a few gel pens. I think that's all I've got for this book. Oh, I'm doing this. This is watercolor. It's not done yet though. I did crayons and watercolor here. Oh, there's the dragon. But watercolor here was just the flowers. Everything else was new colors and crayons. And gouache on the wings. Yes, Ilex. I really like how this one came out. The background is all Prismacolor pencils. Yeah, I think that's all. There's one ongoing. That's my for the body group for this month. And then I have this one. I have tons of pages colored in this one. Mimi, this is magical. No, that one was Magical Worlds. This is Worlds of Wonder. This is my favorite book by her, and I rebought it. I have the English version that I messed up really bad with watercolors. It bled through like 5 or 6 pages. I was driving myself mental with that one, so I bought the French version. And there is one page that I want to do to follow a tutorial by Chris Chang, and it's this one here. And someone said something about being challenging to use new colors. They are challenging to me too. I am learning with them. This is watercolor. I'm doing full on watercolor. Um, but the new one, the American ones actually take watercolor rather well, Mimi. If they are from World of Flowers and above, after World of Flowers. Worlds of Wonder is one of them, but I did overdo the wet wash on my American version, so I kind of ruined like 5 or 6 pages in it. But they are a challenge, but they are really good results. This is Johanna Basford. This is Worlds of Wonder. This is my favorite book by her. Worlds of Wonder and Magical Worlds are my favorite books by her. I like the variety, It's not just flowers or just jungle. It's a mix of things, and I like it quite a lot. Well, clearly we will not finish this one today because I'm out of time. Oh, Mimi, this is what made me really like Johanna Basford. This in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, but I got Ivy and the Inky Butterfly afterwards. I got Words of Wonder, Rooms of Wonder before Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And Rooms of Wonder, Magical Worlds, and Worlds of Wonder are my favorites. Yes, once we get used to them, we love them. Also, I like to use them dry as well, just like regular crayons. All of those scales on the dragon were done with the new color tools on top of watercolor base in gouache, and I absolutely loved them to use them dry as well. Yes, Annik. Yes, go on to Annika Chris. Thank you. I do not have the postcards, Mimi. but it's almost 6 p.m., almost time for Annika Chaturday, so head over there. I love using them dry gale. Give it a try. They go on top of everything. I will sneak in a comment if I can. Bye everyone. Nice chat today at Annika. See you in the next Saturday.